Yes, please. All right. Another one of the cards that we drafted around. Everything's coming up, Richie. Hi there. Just so you know, I'm really bad at things. For example, like hitting the start record button when I start recording something. So we missed the first half of the first pack or so. I haven't even gone back and looked at it. I caught it while I was in the middle of the draft. I hit the wrong button. So bear with me. This was actually a pretty fun deck to play with. So don't want to ruin it. Let you know how we did. So thanks for watching. We now bring you back to your regularly scheduled program. So I hit the wrong button, so I wasn't recording. We first picked the Voidwing Hybrid. About 3 picks in, we realized that green-white was pretty open, but we're already kind of committed. I'm going to take another Surgical Skull Bomb. They just keep throwing this. Oh, man. Furnace Strider. Green and red are both open in this pack. Insane. All right. We'll take that one, I guess. I'm trying to... Oh. Sure. I'm trying to force black-blue proliferate toxic. Yeah, get over there. What's going on? Oh, man. But they've been... The packs have been telling me to go green-red. And then we get a Myglaws in pack 2. Although we... Oof. And the Unctus's Retrofitter. That's a great card. The packs have been screaming at me to switch to green-red. And I haven't been listening. Do I continue to not listen? Yep, we're going to continue to ignore it. Something tells me I'm going to pay for it mightily. Ooh, that one or that one? Oh, the Dune Mover. That'd be a good card, too. You know what? I'm going to take Whisper of the Draws. Anoint with Affliction, I think, is the pick here. Is this just a terrible card? I think it might be. We're going to take it. Ooh. Stinging Hive Master or Whisper of the Draws? I think I take this. Oh! Or Mesmerizing Dose. That one didn't come back to us, did it? That Stinging Hive Master might, so let's take the dose. Stinging Hive Master, if you're not in black, it'll make it around. Clearly somebody behind us is in blue. Behind us in pack 1. I was really hoping that would come back to us, and it didn't. Yeah, I don't hate this card in our deck if we can actually get Toxic Corrupted online. Doesn't really fit in our deck, but it's a good card, so we'll take it. I'm going to take the Vraska's Fall here. Again, this is a card that doesn't really fit into our deck, but it's so good. It blocks really well. Sure. We find ourselves here again. Yeah, we don't hate seeing that. With a pile of cards that we don't really love. I am happy to see green-red drying up, though, because if we would have made that switch at the beginning of pack 2, we'd be hurting right now. Instead, we're getting all kinds of blue and black cards that are playable, so... I haven't played a Toxic deck since... Geesh, I don't know. I tried like a blue-white Toxic that didn't quite work. Because blue-white, I mean... Oh, look at that. We'll take that for our last pick. Oh! Oh, no! Alright, so... White's best uncommon, in my opinion. And a, and a great card to go with it here. Nothing here we really care too much about. I don't... that's okay. Give something toxic, which we care about, right? But... Oh, that's pretty good. Plus... Oh, man. I can't splash white for this. Can I? Can I splash white for that? I think I just take the injector here. It's really tempting to take the Skrelv's Hive, but if you can't splash Skrelv's Hive. It's just not a splashable card. Okay, I'll take another Anoint with Affliction here. Some good cards in this pack. Shieldred's Edict, we'd like to see come back. Annihilating Glare, we would like to see come back. Surgical Skull Bomb, we'd be happy taking. Okay. I'm between Annihilating Glare and Experimental Augury. I love the removal. What do I have for removal so far? 2 Anoints, 1 Mesmerizing Dose, and a Whisper of the Draws, which isn't great removal, but... we'll take this one. Card draw with Proliferate. Boy, we are building an interesting deck here, huh? Woohoo! That's like the one card that's the card I was hoping that we would see in our pack 3 pick 1. So we happily snap it up pack 3 pick 4. Okay, I'm between the Immobilizer and the Draws. Immobilizer is really good to tap something down and get in for damage in the end. I might... Eesh. Whisper of the Draws. No, I only run one of those. Want to run one of those. Talking is hard. We do need some early blockers. Is that the choice here, or do we take another Shieldred's Head Cleaver? I'll take the Glistener Seer, I guess. Man, I'm really glad we didn't flip over to red-green. Although, Barbed Batterfist still being in the pack is kind of crazy. Yes, please. All right. Another one of the cards that we drafted around. Everything's coming up, Richie. I think we would have been okay in red-green, too. Especially if we switched, like, mid-pack 1. Because we were just getting... I mean, if we would have switched mid-pack 1, we would have been grabbing all the cards that somebody eventually decided that they needed to go into. No. This deck is either going to dominate or get completely crushed. Okay, it's going to be important to get that poison in first because we've got a ton of Proliferate. That's my footstool, in case you're wondering. We've got a ton of Proliferate built into this deck, so we're going to have to make sure we're playing cards that can get in for Toxic. We have a lot of cuts. First thing to cut, that tap land. And we're not going to need 17 cards in this. I think Vat Emergence is probably not a great card for us. This one is. When it enters or dies, Proliferate. That's a good one. 4/4 is good body. Draw 3 cards, Proliferate. Probably not. We'll see. Might. This one doesn't really fit our deck at all. Tamiyo's Mobilizer doesn't really fit, so we'll take it out for now. Transplant Theorist. Another artifact. How many artifacts do we have? The Skitterfang, the Injector. I mean, for now, right? We only have 5 artifacts, so that's... I mean, it's an okay card, but not fantastic. Let's take it out. Retrofitter. Yeah, it can turn one of our Skull Bombs into a 4/4. That would be nice. Mesmerizing Dose, yes. Bonepicker Scourge, yes. Vraska's Fall, yes. Attracts a Skitterfang, yes. That'll help us get some of our Toxic into the air, maybe, if we need to. This will, too, actually. Gives it flying, right? Yeah. Glistener Seer, I don't think... Okay, Duress, definitely not. Whisper of the Draws, yes. Prosthetic Injector? I think I'll leave that in. The Surgeon. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on this thing, remove it, and give a target creature flying until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. So, we have 11 instants. Yeah, I mean, that could be a good card in our deck. Bring the Ending. Maybe we only run one of those. Augury, 2 for sure. We need 2 of these for sure. Anoint with Affliction, yes. Yeah, it's a good 2-drop. Blocks the 1/1s. Yep, we need that. We're going to run 2 of those for sure. Do we need 2 of these? Probably not. This thing is so low to the ground. I might be able to get away with 15 lands here. 2.2 average. We might be able to get away with 15 lands. Still have one more cut to make. I want Glistener Seer in the deck only... I mean, especially if we're running 15 lands, it'll be nice to scry if we end up in trouble. And it's a good blocker on turn 1. The only thing that doesn't super duper fit our deck is the Atmosphere Surgeon, but with that said, we're running a ton of instants, so it would be nice to... What do we have with Toxic? Do we have creatures with Toxic? Not a ton of them, right? Most of our Toxic is coming from instants. And then we hope to proliferate, right? So 1, 2 there. This thing's got Toxic. This thing's got Toxic. Unctus has Toxic. This gives poison. Okay. This has Toxic. What's the one more cut that we make here? I'm kind of at a loss. Do we cut the other counter? Or the Aspirant's Ascent? We'll cut the Ascent. 12 creatures is kind of light on creatures, but we are an instant poison deck. Our goal is to get 1 poison on you and just start proliferating. So, our curve is up to 2.3. Not too worried about that, though. We're running 15 lands. Let's do it. I'm excited. I'm excited. This deck is either going to be great or just a pile of trash. Sorry you guys missed the first part of the draft. It wasn't too terribly exciting. I was just really hemming and hawing over if we should stay blue-black or if we should jump over to red-green because it was pretty wide open. Pretty apparent that it was wide open, too. Our pick 1 choices were either that black-blue bird with Toxic that we ended up taking, or Planner Disruption, or Contagious Vorak. Those were the 3 best cards. Okay. Yeah, we can run with this, for sure. Wish we had a way to give them poison, but... I mean, that's the only downside. Turn 1 or turn 2 Surgeon. Not sure. This isn't a great opening hand, but I mean, it's decent. What we really need is that 2-drop, draw a card, give your opponent 1 poison counter. That would be money if we could pull that. I think I'll put the Surgeon down here so we can start ticking up those counters right away. Just kidding, we're going to put this down because I don't mind trading with this. Okay. I'm fine getting that out of their hand. That's a great card. We can play Unctus's Retrofitter next turn. Okay, so they are Naya. Oof, how do I want to do this? If we do Unctus's Retrofitter, make this the 4/4, doesn't tap it to remove the counter, so we can give it lifelink and send it in. 4/4 lifelink. Obviously, we don't have our poison plan online yet, but that's all right. All right, so we give Unctus flying next turn, right? Get in for our poison, and we can start proliferating. Get our corruption online. Yeah, I think so. Take action. Wish we had one more blue mana. Then I could have played out the Surgeon there, and then on their end step I'd run out the Experimental Augury, and that gives a counter to the Surgeon. Aw, that's not nice. Boy, it's tempting to zap the creature with this thing, but I won't. Okay, we're way behind on the board. Let's see what they swing with here. Yep. I need a way to take care of that Mantis. Yeah, I know. They're going to get it back with another oil counter on it, which isn't great for us, but that's okay. Probably should have used that on their turn. Right now, we are way too slow to be a good poison deck. We've got a ton of proliferate in this deck, so hopefully we can find some here. Another Rebel Salvo. Good on you for getting that in your draft. Okay. That's a good blocker. I can block the 2/2. Yeesh. Wow. Wow. Do I take 7 here? I need to make sure that yeah. Instead of leaving up mana to do that, I'm just going to do it now. Should have cast my Surgeon first. Okay, so we have enough to lock down their 4/3. What's more important here, the flying or the scrying? I think the scrying is more important, right? Okay. It's a good card for us. Okay, hopefully they don't have removal for my 2/2 and I can start chipping in for some life. When it dies, deal 1 damage. Okay. Nothing that doubles damage, right? Okay. No, thank you. We have plenty of land. Ooh. If nothing else, we're going to bore our opponent to death. I'm fine losing the 1 life. Oh yeah, we'll definitely put that in our hand. End the turn. Just in case they've got like a Furnace Strider or any kind of hasty nastiness they can send our way. Hey, right on cue. All right. This might induce a rage quit. This might induce a rage quit. We'll see. Pass to attackers. Okay. they so they knew they were in trouble because the game was pausing for me to make my play. I assume either that or they just realized they were going to die on the crackback. Yeah, yeah, they realized they shouldn't have full sent there because I could block here, block there, take 4, and then crack back with. Well, I'll only be cracking back with 8, but I digress. All right, our DIMIR pile is 1-0. Let's run it back. I feel like our land was just right that game. Although we did open with 3 in our hand, which if you're running 15 land, that's pretty good. All right, up against William. What's that name? William Cavaglieri. Great name. 3 lands in our opening hand again. That's kind of crazy, right? This isn't great, but we're going to keep it. Didn't even notice if we were on the draw. I need to be better about looking at that. Here comes the bomb. Okay. Maybe they don't have removal and we can swing in, get our poison online right away. Or they're going to Planner Disruption. They should ossify it if they have the ossification, because then I can't get it back from my graveyard. Oh! Whoa!
I'll take note of all your failures. Organic minds are easily quelled.
Do you have to deal damage for the toxic to... I assume you have to deal damage for the toxic to take effect, right? Do I sit on this and play it at the beginning of their next turn? No. We just do it now. Why would I... What if they have a counter, right? That would be a terrible card for us to counter. No, it's not an oops. I swung at you on purpose. Just to set my mind at ease. That could be a trouble card for us. Alright, let's see what they play here. We might be able to counter it. If it's a big artifact. Bummer. Yep, swing for 4. Not much I can do about it. No blocks. That's a big hit. I thought about running out my counter there just so they couldn't do exactly what they're about to do, but that's alright. We can just do this instead. Cool, cool. Probably should have swung my 2-1 there, but I didn't. Wanted to hold it back for defense, but obviously they can swing in their 2-3 freely. I'm not going to block it. Yeah, I'm not sure what I was thinking there. Another Eye of Malcator. The scry on this card is what makes it really good. I mean, obviously, if you play it on curve and you can get it going, if you can go Eye of Malcator into Eye of Malcator, it's a great card. This, we like this. Next. We're getting greedy. Alright, I'm going to put this down for another blocker. Okay, we're halfway to a Toxic Win. Okay, that activates that. Yep, sure. I am fine chumping here with that card. That's why I brought it in. We have to pay a life to get it back, but that's okay. We get to create a 3/3, which is kind of nice. Can't Skull Bomb on your turn. It's got to be on my turn. It's tempting to put Venser up in the air there. Ooh, what are you going to tap down? The 2/1 flyer? Sorry. I'm assuming the bird gets tapped here, right? Bird. Oh, really glad I didn't swing that Unctus on the ground. Why did that come in tapped? That was weird. Oh, because they swung it last turn. Alright, that card might make them think twice about swinging their 4/4 into us. Aw, I'm gonna push back my token. No fun. Good game. Good game. And we're in Platinum these days. We're winning in Platinum. Woohoo! Yeah, our deck is doing exactly what we want it to. I mean, it's not doing it as quickly as we would like. We haven't toxiced anybody out yet. But, I mean, we got to 6 that game, and we were on the right path. First game was kind of slow, but our cards... That Glistener Seer, great card. Allowed us to scry away a couple of lands. Yep, nothing wrong with this. Oh, except for my land. Oh, rich. I got so excited by seeing these cards that I didn't look at these cards. Please review the description of this channel. I play brilliantly sometimes and completely boneheaded. Usually within 10 to 15 seconds of each other. More on the boneheaded side. Like, you know, clicking start stream instead of start recording when you start your draft. Ooh boy. Not a great card for us. We don't really want to be in a race with a deck that can target itself and kill us with poison, but I assume the next card they're going to play is a Plains. Unless they're like me, of course, and forgot to look. Oh, okay. The other toxic deck. Swampy Swamp. Nope. We want a swamp. Give me a swamp. That's not a swamp. I want a swamp. Give me a swamp. That is not a swamp. Alright, well, I think we trade here with their 3-1 if it's offered to us. Hopefully they don't have removal. It's a bummer because the Surgeon is a great card. Interesting. That is a great card against their deck. Any of these an artifact? No. Hey, be a swamp. I can't even be mad at them because this is me. I should have mulliganed this hand. Although I might have talked myself into keeping it because it was a perfect opener if I were able to rip a swamp in the first like 2 turns. And it's been what? How many cards have I gone through and we haven't gotten the swamp yet? You can choose. Which one do you want to kill? They're having mana problems as well, which makes my heart happy. Swamp! Yay! They must have a ton of removal in their hand. We'll run this one out first. They either have a ton of removal or a ton of big beefy creatures that they can't get out yet. Wowzers. You've served your purpose, Glistener Seer. Thank you for your time. Ooh, this is going to be a fun one. We might have to hold back the hybrid, depending on what they do with this. What are you going to sack? I assume the Venerated Rot Priest is going. Yep. You know what? I'll let them swing once and hope they don't have another haste card in their hand. I want to get them to Corrupted. Although right now we don't really have a reason to have them get Corrupted, do we? Next turn, ideally, we'd rip a Skull Bomb off the top and turn it into a 4/4. Calculated risk. Free swing. Exactly what I said I hoped they didn't have. Funny how that works. Nice. Yeah, jerk. Alright, we need to hold it back to block. We're at 6 toxic. And these bad boys are 3s. You have another one? Okay. More big green beasties. Running the 1 planes. Are you also... Did you decide to try to splash Skrelv's Hive? Oh no. Oh no. We don't like to see 2 planes. Okay. Well, gang, we're in trouble. So, if they put down... If I put down a creature, it'll just die next turn. This one. I could trade my 4/4 with their 4/4. Then I have no creatures for their menacey thing that is 1 hit away from killing us after this turn. So I think we need in the next 2 turns to find our anointed card, right? Venser, sorry, you're just... Oh, look at that. Look at that. We don't care so much about the lifelink, it's the poison that's killing us. So we'll put this one out to die to the 4/4. Oof, we are on very thin ice. If they have removal, we're in. Really? Listen, I'm going to give you an etiquette lesson here. If you're on the winning side of a match in Arena, don't good game people. Just don't. The only time you good game someone is if you're on the losing side. And then, if somebody good games you, go ahead and good game them back. But if you're winning, or if you've won, because you're able to get ridiculous cards onto the battlefield, including your big old bomby, you don't good game people. It's Bush League, man. Okay, this deck is 2-1. Let's see what we can do here. Art versus art. Okay, this time I'm going to look at my lands. I don't like what I see, especially with the 3 cards here, so we have to mulligan this. Okay, that's respectable. What do we put back? Well, there's our poison maker. I think we put back the prosthetic injector, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Venser Corpse Puppet. That's a good card. I still think we prologue first, depending on what they play here. Dune Mover. I think we'll Venser first. Because then they can't swing in with that thing. Unless they have removal, of course. Perfect target for Anoint with... Yep. Toxic! Black-white Toxic versus black-blue Toxic. Really wanted a land there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to main phase this. Let's get a land, huh? A swamp. Hey! Look at that. Sometimes if you're greedy, it totally pays off. I just want to get some protection down. Unless they anoint this as well, which would be a bummer, because then it doesn't go to my graveyard. Okay. They must have removal, or else they wouldn't have played that like that, right? Okay. Sure. Okay, now this thing can... Anoint can hit their 5-drop. I don't think I double block here, just in case they have the Death Touch trick. Wouldn't want both of my creatures to die with them having so much Toxic on the board. Okay. Yeah, now we definitely trade with the 4/4 if they offer it. Okay, they didn't. Hold. So the Ravenous Necro Titan, heck of a name. That's a good target. Ooh, please, main phase crack that to give the 6/6 flyer. Please, I beg you. You're gonna do it to the 4/4, aren't you? Ah. Darn it. Darn it. It's just till end of turn, right? This is such a bummer. We're not able to push any damage through right now. We really need some card draw. Maybe I do put that lookout card back in. The 5-drop that draws 3 cards. All right, do I double block here? I mean, they're not swinging it if they don't have a trick, right? Another one of those things, huh? Didn't I just kill one of those? No, I exiled it. Okay. Seems like a good card. This also seems like a good card. Okay. We trade up. No, we don't trade up. We block straight up with their 4/4 with our 4/4. Anoint with Affliction. They're 6/6. Oh, man. Okay. Now their Anoint with Affliction is online. They'll probably take out the Atraxa Skitterfang if they have one in their hand. Okay, 5 toxic. Not great. Don't love it. But we're heading that race. We're behind in the total damage race. Oh, bummer. Oh, there goes Skitterfang. Interesting. That card's no good right now. Yeah, we're missing a Drowned in Ecor in this deck for sure. Is that a good card right now? Does this thing proliferate? Yeah, I could get it back into my hand. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. We can block with the 2/2 next turn. Oh no. Target acquired. We definitely don't want that thing getting online. Wow. We are just in trouble. I mean, if I don't get a creature here now, I die next turn. That was probably a really stupid block. Can I play this now? Yes, I can. Okay. Good thing. Uh-oh. I've got pork chops in the oven. They might be burning right now. All right, let's get this game going. Perfect. It's like they heard me. See, this is when you say, good game. The opponent beat you, so you say, good game. You don't rub it in their face when you're on the winning side. All right, I gotta go check my pork chops. I'll be right back. Catastrophe averted. Pork chops did not get burned. We're taking a look at the deck, and I'm wondering if maybe I should take out Shieldred's Head Cleaver, because we haven't really toxiced anybody out yet, right? That's not how we've won our games. Wonder if I just put in another Testament Bearer for the card draw. The other card draw options would be putting in the Transplant Theorist, Tamiyo's Mobilizer for knocking down our opponents when they swing at us, and then sorry, that's not a card draw, obviously, but this one is. Draw 3 cards, Proliferate. That's a good card. I just don't know if there's room for it in this deck. Maybe we get rid of this thing. The Prosthetic Injector hasn't really done much for us. And we put in this for some late game card draw. Alright, let's give it a shot. Was I just talking to nobody again, or did I forget to hit the... Hopefully you guys caught all that. I made some deck changes. I don't know what happened with my pause button, but we swapped out a couple cards. We got rid of the 2/4 Menace with Toxic, since Toxic hasn't really been our winner so far with this deck. 2 and 2 with it right now. And we put in the 5-drop card draw. Draw 3. Proliferate, I think. Alright, they're on green. What's the other color? Black. We've been running across a lot of the same types of... yeah, okay. Wonder if they have an Anoint with Affliction. They don't. Okay, we hold back for Vraska's Fall. See if they have like a Contagious Vorak to play on turn 3 or something. Viral Spawning. Okay. They be corrupted. I think it's funny that I took out the couple of the poison or toxic cards because that's not what our deck was doing, and then we just come out swinging with toxic. Okay. Ooh, that's a good card. Probably should have just held that back for defense. That was a poor choice. I just get so excited when I get to turn something into a 4/4 creature. Yeah, that was a poor choice. I should have held it back for blocking this 3-4. Because they're obviously... Their main plan is to toxic you out, right? So... Oh, they're not going to swing. Interesting. Okay. Gains target artifact. Yeah, come on in. I'm here. Hold, please. Having a chat with the wife. Okay, we're back. Yeah, that's fine. I have a few creatures I'm cool with dying here. I don't mind the 3-3 going away. Gulping Sculpt Trap. If it dies, we proliferate. That's really good. Wow, they are really on the toxic plan. Draw a card, lose a life. Destroy target enchantment. Remove up to 3 counters from target permanent. Oh, they'll take the counters off Atraxa, right? So, pass the blockers. I don't want them to come through. Seems good. Another card, I don't mind having it die. Okay. Take them to 9 poison. Create another 3-3. That's good. Okay. I think that'll just be game, right? See if they scoop here. Thank you. See? Look at that. Amazing etiquette. Unfortunate for them, we got to go first, I'm pretty sure, that game, right? And that really, really mattered, that game. I mean, it matters in a lot of games, but that game, it really, really mattered. Plus, we had an answer for everything they kept playing. Like, we had a really good draw that game. It's tough to be on the other side of those matches. Boy, if I had an early creature, like a 2-drop black creature, I would probably keep this, but no. These are all big spells that we just can't afford. Well, that's a bummer. We're 3-3, trying to get to 4 wins, and I'm going to have to mulligan this again. Okay. Ditch 1 land and the insight. Yeah, that's right, opponent. We went down to 5. Pity us. Although turn 3 we could be swinging a 4/4 artifact. Yeesh. Ooh, there's a target. Unfortunately, we don't get to proliferate off of it, but oh well. Okay. Let's see what they do here. When I swing at them with a 4/4. Again, I could be holding that back for defense. Probably should have. The problem with Unctus's Retrofitter is it's really easy to get blown out on defense. You go to block with it, and then you go to block with the 4/4, and then they kill your Unctus and whatever. Anyway, no blocks. At least we get poison rocking next turn. I wanna rock. Good card. Wowzers. Wowzers. I need to get that thing off the battlefield, right? How about a swamp one time? Okay. Big hit coming. I don't know if you can hear my kids singing in the background there. Yeah, okay. We need land. That's not land. That's not land. Wow. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ah, we really needed a land there. That stinks. Okay, do I get rid of the 4/1 now? I don't have much of a choice, right? I can't... I don't want to take 7 here. Go down to 5. No, they're not corrupted. I can't target that. Shoot. Shoot. Well, if I exile that, they don't get a thing. So that's nice. Yeah, this is bad. Land. I'm not going to be greedy. We got a land. That's better than no land. If they have removal here, we're obviously just dead. Having to mull down to 5 is gross. Oh, we're just dead because of Ran. Darn it. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to fire this off anyway, just to see what we had coming. Yeah, nothing really to help. I mean, some lands. Too little, too late. Alright, alright. Do your animation. Yep, dead. Alright. Well, we took our black-blue toxic deck 3-3. That seems to be just what I'm doing lately. I feel like my last 3 or 4 drafts have been 3-3, which is kind of a bummer. 4 is the magical number I want to get to. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good one. Peace.